Yes, guys, we are finally back. We finally made it to another one, brothers and sisters. Another reaction on this year, the one and only BrBpTV. Welcome to every single one of you guys who've tuned into this year Vibrations. And I know you guys enjoyed the podcast, for which a number of you guys actually showed up for that Vibrations right there yesterday. And of course, that link will be in the first comment in the comment box below, guys. But there's a dilemma that I face, brothers and sisters. I'm wondering if I should continue doing the reactions on this year channel, brothers and sisters, and then just run the podcast, because I can run the podcast and then pull excerpts or clips from that and then separate it from that, so you can lead back to the podcast and then also have the clips separated, because I know a number of persons might not listen to the whole hour and 30 minutes of the stuff. I normally want to keep the podcast at like an hour. But what are your thoughts, guys? What are your thoughts in that regard? Should I do the reactions or continue the normal programming and then drop the podcast on Sundays? Or should I just do the podcast on Sundays and then throughout the week or something pull excerpts that I think individuals might be interested in that they most likely would not have caught, you know, on listening to the full hour and 30 minutes of the podcast right there, brothers and sisters? What are your thoughts in that regard? I would have shifted, I'll probably most likely do 2 reactions every day on the Mr. Leaks reaction, guys. I can actually do this based off my analytics right there. But what are your thoughts, guys? Let me know your thoughts in the comment box below. Anyways, brothers and sisters, without further ado, don't forget to click the like button, brothers and sisters. I would appreciate that 150%. Don't forget to click the like button, helping the algorithm to push these videos further and further out there. And of course, leave your thoughts in the comment box below on the things that we're gonna be talking about here on this here reaction, brothers and sisters. Don't forget to subscribe, of course, for more vibrations as they tend to come through in that regard, dealing with the reactions or the podcast, whatever it is, brothers and sisters. Subscribe, click the bell, and click also be notified when I drop all my videos right there and there. Without further ado, brothers and sisters, let us get into the vibrations, for which excitement, brothers and sisters, was happening on a Sunday, brothers and sisters, which of course the Dominica and Jamaica FIFA World Cup qualifiers competition was held at the Windsor Park Sports Stadium at around 3 p.m. and a number of persons definitely showed up for this, brothers and sisters, for which individuals were like, yo, this was a competition to have definitely been a part of. Unfortunately, I was not there at prior engagement, brothers and sisters. Besides, only the Jamaicans individuals reach out to me, man. That's crazy on this situation, right? The Jamaicans reached out to me on Instagram in regards to this one, right? They actually linked them up to another individual in that regard for them to check it out. But the Jamaicans reached out to me, but the Dominicans did not reach out to me. If the Dominicans had reached out to me, I would have come there and made a vlog on it, but I had previous stuff to do, so I was like, you know, let me just do my stuff. And then I didn't have much hope in that regard. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't have much hope in that regard, saying Dominica, you know, was probably gonna get a beating. I myself don't like to see Dominica or Grenada or, you know, the islands or continents that I'm close to getting blows. So I really didn't, you know, think. But people were telling me that this one was a really, really great one, man. It was a dope one, no doubt about it. And of course, you can see the Dominicans. The Dominicans are in white. I thought the Dominicans were going to be in green, but the Dominicans were in white and the Jamaicans were in green. And of course, there was a number of persons that showed up, man. A lot of persons, brothers and sisters, that showed up in that regard, as you can clearly see right there. Stadium was jam-packed. I never know people like football like that, man. When I was coming up from where I came from and I saw individuals coming out, the game was closed. There was a lot of people on the streets, man, and you can pretty much tell based off the amount of people that you're actually seeing. Let me make a double screen in this regard right there so that it'll look better. You guys could see it from a more more clear position right there. But of course, there were a number of individuals right there, as you could clearly see, guys. And of course, you would swear I think there were even more people than cricket, though. I think this one was more affordable. I think it was $25 to enter into the stuff. Yeah, $25 and $15 for the little ones right there. But individuals definitely showed up, man. Regardless of the fact that individuals thought, hey, maybe Dominica will lose, doesn't matter. We come in to see and support our Dominican people because they went through tribulation and trials in Guatemala, brothers and sisters. I was going to say Ecuador. In Guatemala, brothers and sisters, and they came to definitely support the Dominican masses right there. There were Dominicans supporting Jamaica as well, which was rather interesting. But hey, it's all about the sport and the fun of that game right there. And of course, there was a goal that I saw That was rather interesting, brothers and sisters. And this is it right there. This is the Dominican scoring the goal right there. Well, let me make this thing. All right. So this was the Dominican right there. Goal. And the Dominican crowd went wild, brothers and sisters. They went absolutely wild. You can see that, man. That is the vibe that I really like to see, brothers and sisters. Dominica did their thing. At least they scored some goals. And I was happy that the fact that they definitely did not but they definitely did not pass 6, brothers and sisters. They definitely did not make the team pass 6. And they put up a good competition against the Jamaican team, which says a lot about the Dominican footballers right there. So kudos to the footballers, of course. They still lost in that regard. Jamaica got 3 goals. Dominica got 2 goals. So that was definitely something quite phenomenal right there. George was at the 84th minute. Jules was at the 90th minute. And, of course, there was some previous goals that were scored by Jamaican side. 3 of them. So one at the 32nd minute, one at the 81st minute, and the other one at the 44th minute right there. So there was a huge possibility that Dominica could have won, brothers and sisters, given that they did put up a good fight in that regard right there. So kudos to them, brothers and sisters, kudos to them. And of course, congratulations to the Dominica football team. They played well. I think individuals were there. And of course, a number of persons were there were telling me, man, I missed this one, man. I missed this one. Hey, c'est la vie right there. But this kind of reminds me of the contestant from Salisbury, Hendrika, when she went and you know, she placed last. You know, she literally placed last, and people were telling her congratulations and stuff. But it's not the fact that she placed last, brothers and sisters. She despite the odds, she went against the very odds even from her own people, and went up there. And of course, she definitely wowed a number of individuals compared to the previous interactions she did in previous pageants in Dominica. So that is pretty much like the same thing. The Dominica lost, but they definitely put their best foot forward. And of course, they are no joke. And of course, Dominica definitely looks like they can contend right there. So kudos to the Dominica football individuals, the players. Big up on yourself right there. I wish there was a lot more that could have been done in that regard for the Dominican footballers. You know, but you know, that's how the country run, brothers and sisters. It's unfortunate, but of course, congratulations goes out to the Dominica football field. They played well. Jamaica 3, Dominica 2. Good game right there. No love for Dominica today, brothers and sisters. Bare love for the Dominican massive in that regard right there. Anyways, brothers and sisters, we're moving along, and there's something rather interesting that has taken place outside, brothers and sisters. And as you can clearly see right there, this was a congratulations going out. There's the Dominica Olympic Committee. Congratulations going out to Warner Lawrence, national Dominican swimmer, who continues to produce excellent results in his preparation towards the Paris 2024 Olympic Game. He secured a hat-trick of wins at the recent held Swiss East Regional Swimming Championship held in Romanshon, interesting, Switzerland. I have a peep in Switzerland. I suspect no. Let me not let me not do this right there. Switzerland in the 50-meter backstroke, butterfly, and freestyle events. Check out the videos right there, brothers and sisters. And of course, this is not the which one is this one? This one is the freestyle one, brothers and sisters. You will see him win the race. If you're not sure who he is, brothers and sisters, just look at the collar and you will know who. Who is the one right there? That's him right there, brothers and sisters. Kudos to Warren right there. Kudos to Warren. Massive leader. Meter lead right there. Big up to him. No, that's a butterfly stroke, brothers and sisters. The butterfly stroke right there. And of course, he won that one right there. So kudos to him. Yeah, so 26. No. Yes, brothers and sisters. Anyways, this is the other one. The freestyle one is this one right there. So it's always good to see the Dominicans doing their thing. This is the freestyle one. Yeah, the boy. Tight competition with that other person right there. But I think he also won this one. Yep, he did.
25-29 für die Bahn 4 waren.
Yeah, the man is a fish. So kudos to the Dominican footballers for definitely doing their best. And definitely not embarrassing the nation of the Caribbean at their home. Of course, they definitely put the best foot forward. And of course, kudos to Warren Lawrence for definitely showing out in that regard right there. Now, brothers and sisters, I want you guys to remember. Do you remember when SKERRIT was saying, hey guys, we are a big deal? And as a result of being a big deal, brothers and sisters, Dominica was going to host the T20 games. Which, of course, 4 games. I used to say 2, but apparently it's 4 games, not 2. And, you know, SKERRIT lost it for Dominicans right there. Dominicans were not able to do so. And I made a mistake, because this is what I saw, brothers and sisters. I thought this was the T20. I should have read this thing properly. This is test squad right there. We have the Dominicans, Alec and Kavim. These are the 2 Dominicans who will be playing West Indies Tour of England test squad, brothers and sisters. That's what I saw. I thought they were going to be a part of the T20 games, but they were not part of the T20 games in that regard. So, but they will be a part of the West Indies Tour of England right there. I wonder who, hopefully they have their visas. They have their visas to, well, you know, England already, brothers and sisters. Anyways, kudos to these individuals right there for being a part of the West Indies team. And of course, SKERRIT kind of screwed it up for people to host the games. But, you know, that's how it goes sometimes, brothers and sisters. Anyways, there's a huge problem happening in this place, brothers and sisters. And of course, remember the Netflix series that should be coming or is happening at present in the nation of the Caribbean without filming. Revenge of the NEP workers, brothers and sisters. And of course, there have been a number of complaints. People using cartoons to express their feelings right there. NEP workers can't get paid. Or you still vote in Labour power, Labour. Oh, all right. We vote in Labour again. I met a lady that worked in NEP. She met me yesterday. And well, let's just say her spirit is not the same like it was back then. She don't wear no red clothes again. Every time you saw a red clothes she wearing, I saw life yellow shirt and a blue pants. She stopped wearing red papa. All right, well, progress. Only get paid. All right. Brothers and sisters, rather interesting that we see SKERRIT giving some sort of speech. I have no idea where this is, what this is about. But apparently SKERRIT has been found in some sort of attire where NEP workers are not getting paid. But apparently the attire that he has on him is worth a good almost 10,000 EC dollars right there, brothers and sisters. The shirt that he's wearing apparently is a Fendi shirt. I think that's a Rihanna shirt. And that costs about 830 pounds, brothers and sisters. SKERRIT is not paying NEP workers, but he's coming on to tell the NEP workers, vote for me, while he's wearing shirts that cost almost 1,000 pounds, brothers. A shirt, brothers and sisters. SKERRIT is going in front of the poor people of Dominica that he has made poor and not paying. He has gone in front of them, brothers and sisters, with an 830 pound shirt. Not just, I don't stop there, brothers and sisters. Let's go back to the attire. So we see the 830 pound shirt on him. Okay, wonderful. The pants, we're not sure about the pants, brothers and sisters. We're not sure the pants. We can't see the brand of the pants. It's well hidden under the expensive shirt. But we see the shoes, brothers and sisters. We see the shoes. And of course, individuals did their research to go and find out where exactly that shoes is. Now, what's going on there? Bow, brothers and sisters. The shoes cost more than the shirt. We're talking about 4 or 5 times more than the actual shirt itself. It costs $3,283 without tax, brothers and sisters. You have to pay tax on that right there. So, what is that? Buluti Fast Track, which of course SKERRIT has on his foot right there. That is it right there, brothers and sisters. You cannot mistake it. It's not a mistake that day. Real, brothers and sisters. He has the Buluti shoes. I can't even pronounce it. Buluti. That is above my pay grade. I never get sponsored shoes that amount it. Hey, that is something else. But anyways, brothers and sisters, $3,283. Skerritt is going up with the humility that he apparently wants to seem to portray, that he doesn't seem to. How are you going in front of a set of individuals that you have made poor? You have made beggars under your regime, and you're going in front of them with stuff that costs over, I say, around 10. No, brothers and sisters, this is 830 pounds. That's close to about 2,000, if not more. 2,000, $3,000. That's about eight and 2. That's over 10,000 EC dollars. Skerritt is coming from poor people. We don't even know about the pants yet, brothers and sisters. The pants could be another thing right there. He coming in front of poor people that he has made poor, to have a speech in front of them, for them to vote for him so that he can keep them poor. And he's showing them, brothers and sisters, that he doesn't care. He has expensive attire coming in front of the very poor people that he has made poor. And yet still he has not paid NEP workers. You think it's joke? Well, let's go now, brothers and sisters. NEP can't get paid, but PM showing off his expensive Fendi fashion outfit that Mel got him. Yes. Sometimes I say Skerritt probably doesn't know what he has on. The only person that most likely would be able to put this stuff on Skerritt is Mel. Most likely Mel. He started buying this clothes for him to put on, and he doesn't know. But the mere fact she have accessibility to buy this thing, no, don't get me wrong, it could be from their own monies. But have a little humility now, man. You're making the people poor, and you're coming in front of them with expensive attire. It's not motivate the people to do better, no? You making them poor, and you think you can come with the thought process, hey, if I put on this expensive things, motivate people to do more? Who you telling that you making them poor? But apparently Melissa is the one that seems to be buying these outfits for him. She doesn't want her husband to be looking like the poor people that they have made poor. It's very interesting right there. Another one I see there, brothers and sisters. Today is the 10th. You cannot pay us, the person is saying. You cannot pay us. So that person is proof that they haven't gotten paid yet. You cannot pay us our NEP money, but you're rocking clothes and shoes costing over 3,000 EC in your mother will. Don't worry, father. Election must call again. Sakwe Meshaste. And all you will still vote for him again. Why? Because he'll come and say, he give you like a $300. I say, oh, he give me like a $300. Let me vote for him again. Let me vote. Yo, brothers and sisters, how you think I know this? Because this has happened time and time and time and time and time. As if one and time again, brothers and sisters. That is the same thing. People have been getting monies during election times, and then government disappears until election time comes again for him to come and give all you money so they can keep him there in power, to keep all you in poverty. That is what the people have decided that they have chosen for themselves. I'm going to put back a man in power because he give me a little free $500 or $1,000. It could be $10,000 he giving you, brothers and sisters. That is not adequate enough. If a country was doing well, you would not be concerned about $10,000. You'd be concerned about $50,000, $60,000, $100,000 that you would be making on your own in a striving economy. Look at Dominicans going overseas and making that kind of money. Sometimes utilizing the same thing they were doing in Dominica, they're doing it overseas, brothers and sisters. I know a particular set of individuals that were making bakes in Dominica. Bakes, brothers and sisters. They're making bakes, my goodness gracious, in Dominica. They go overseas and making bakes too. And you should see the kind of house that them people living in today, brothers and sisters. No mortgage. It's clear. Bakes, those people making. So I don't think I don't know what I'm talking about. I know exactly what I'm talking about. And yet people will still come back and say, boy, he give me a $300, give me a $500. Let me vote for him. At least I get something. What the other one give me now? The other one trying to give you freedom for you to be able to make $50, $20, $30, $100,000 in a striving economy. The man has destroyed the economy and come in front of all you poor people that he has made poor, with over $10,000+ clothes on him. All you good with? Yes, man. Today's the 10th. We cannot pay any workers money, but you're rocking clothes and shoes costing $3,000, blah, blah, blah. So I guess that was just another one right there in that regard. But brothers and sisters, it is you who have made this happen. You. Nobody else but you have made this happen. And there's another rather interesting one right there. Capitoli 10% development fee would equate to $6.8 million of Dominica's money. How much of that money, or any, the 90%, how much of the 90% will elevate Dominicans? Huh? They are building things that Dominicans cannot. Brothers and sisters, let me help all you understand something now. If you build factories, factories have the ability of creating additional surplus. Because depending on the kind of markets that you, let's say you have 2 factories and you have the ability to supply to 2 markets, right? 2 markets. You will be able to do well in that regard, especially if you are taking over that market. That'll be a good thing because Dominica has the ability to do so. Now imagine these 2 factories, brothers and sisters, producing for 4 new markets. 6 in, let's just say 2 new markets. So 4 in total. That will create an additional surplus whereby these people who are working in the factories, they'll be able to get income raises, they'll be able to get bonuses so that they can bring more money into the economy. No, let's see, for hotels that they are building, brothers and sisters, only a handful of people at Dominica get to be in the hotels, and when the hotels does well, brothers and sisters, you know what happens? Absolutely nothing happens. The money goes into the shareholders or whoever is establishing the hotels. That's where it goes. It doesn't come to the people. So whereas you might be seeing hotels, brothers and sisters, yeah, we get employment. Yes, true. But in the benefit of whom, brothers and sisters? When you get into work in a hotel, you get to pay 1,000, 2,005, maybe 2,000 if you get all that. If you get all that. The hotel, look at Keppings, look at Intercontinental Resort. Crab takeover. Crabs that take over. If you see there were a number of individuals, you think crabs will be all over the place like that? If the place had good occupancy amount of individuals in there, Oli doesn't think, no. It's me have to be thinking for all you to try to break down things and make all you understand. Really? Brothers and sisters, that is the problem that we have. A number of individuals lack the ability to critically think. When you lack the ability to critically think, brothers and sisters, anything anybody say will just swoop you off your feet, especially if what it sounds like makes sense. Brothers and sisters, not just because things sound nice means it accurate, you know. Especially in the world of relationships where things sound nice, but they're not relative to reality at all. Miss Independent, I can be Miss Independent. You're just doing what a normal adult is doing. At the detriment to yourself because you cannot buy your car, do your house or whatever. You think that, oh, that is it. Completely neglecting why you're created on this earth. Some people don't even know the purpose that they were born in. That's something else. Much less to know what they were naturally created for. And as a result, when they get older and older now, they start to think, oh boy, let me try. And at that time it's too late because you have adopted the ideology of Miss Independent when it's just normal adult things that you're doing. It's very interesting, brothers and sisters. But of course, when you look back at this sentiment right there, one man apparently is getting all these monies, and what do you think? What is the benefit to Dominicans? We get the dregs, the breadcrumbs. Who knows how much SKERRIT is getting? Like I said before, brothers and sisters, when the money goes out to whoever deal they are making with the foreign individuals that apparently handled in this stuff, and they say, well, I have to get my cut. I make sure you get all these monies that you want. I want to get my cut as well. And they drop this relationship where they get to do the jobs in Dominica outside of the locals. And they drop the monies outside of the locals. And they come in for you to come and vote for them. Labour, we vote in Labour. Again. How much Kool-Aid can Dominicans drink, brothers and sisters? How much? Sometimes the Kool-Aid not even real, brothers and sisters. It's dye they put in it and sugar. They making it dye, brothers. Dye that there. Look at red Kool-Aid poured in green glass. Yes, brothers and sisters. All you don't get it. All you happy with the Kool-Aid toss. It cold. At least it cold. It cold, man. Yes, it refreshing. Yes, man. It refreshing, brothers and sisters. But in the words of the old lady that did not grow wise, brothers and sisters. Yes, Lord. She did not grow wise at all. You think with age comes wisdom. Not so now. Yes, I wonder where she is now, brothers and sisters. But apparently they sent a letter to Dominica, breaking news. Right there, brothers and sisters. Letter by citizen of the nation of the Caribbean. It is high time to rally behind Dr. Thompson Fountain. I should be doing a podcast with him, brothers and sisters. We'll see how that goes in time goes by. And of course, look out for that podcast in that regard. Right there. The citizen is indicating there appears to be a certain faction of the United Workers' Party designed on destabilizing the party by undermining the efforts of its leader, Dr. Fountain. Interesting. What is that? What is that? Brothers and sisters, I've heard this thing right there. And it seems like there are people who support Lennox and there are people who support Thompson. But I have nothing to do with the people of the party. People always show their support and be vexed. So that person or that. And I think both Lennox and Dr. Thompson Fountain are suitable to lead the country into elevation. SKERRIT is destroying the country. It is absolutely facts. Roosevelt SKERRIT has destroyed Dominica. There is no ifs and buts about that. When the youth of this generation come to complain, hey lads, give us a job. And the best interest or the best elevation they can seek for themselves is to leave Dominica. What does that tell you about the leadership of the country? When the Prime Minister himself will come and tell you leadership is everything. So you come in and lie. Everything the man come and say is lie. Because when you look at the actions, brothers and sisters, this is where it comes in, you know. The actions. When people come and say nice things to you, that's nice. The actions. People like me, we always look. People like me, my word is my bond, brothers and sisters, because my actions always follow my words. Always follow my words, brothers and sisters. Be the case. If somebody is speaking nice words, and year after year after year, you're realizing, but with a while, that person, not the words, not the action, not meeting the words. Yet still they come back next election to tell you nice words, to give you hope again. They coming to give you hope again with their words. Even though you're not seeing the action, human beings have a problem. Because they're seeing people uttering things that is not being met, and then they call it, these are not kind of pie in the sky promises, brothers and sisters. And you see the action is pie in the sky promises, and you come back, I want to vote for the same. Oh, I need to have this conversation with Mr. Thompson Fountain. Anyways, Thompson was duly elected by the party chief and should be given full support by the executive and ranking members. Obviously, this is a democratic process, brothers and sisters. This has happened. The people elected Thompson, and therefore it should stand. I understand people have their reservations and what have you, but doesn't matter at all. There seems to be a group of persons within the party who are mischief makers. Mischief making will cause the party to lose yet another election. This is, first of all, let me even stop there. Let me tell you something now. People want to say, oh, let's create new party and all this. Nonsense, all you talking. Creating party in this time, look, don't get me wrong, you know, creating party is a good idea. But in this time, brothers and sisters, the enemy of my enemy is my friends. Therefore, you should be rallying together to remove what is destroying Dominica. When you remove it, brothers and sisters, then you can have the parties afterwards. How can you decide to have new party or want to set up new parties? And the problem is not parties, it's election, brothers and sisters. Proper electoral reform is needed to have free and fair elections. No matter which new party comes in, people are, all you doesn't think. It doesn't matter which party that comes in. If elections are tainted, elections will forever be won by the people who should not be elected in the first place. We are focusing on the wrong thing. It's not party problem. People always have party problem. Labour have party, a set of party problem where they want to kick out Ian and the people say no and blah blah blah, and they just decide, okay, you know what, it is what it is. Then they put another power rep. They ask me what the power rep doing. I don't know. I don't know what the power rep doing, but hey, SKERRIT'S effective representation. Not true. Okay. Ian wasn't doing not a I was going to say something. Ian was doing nothing at all. And people kept voting for him. I'll never forget 78%, 70.8 or 78.6% in 2019 of the electoral individuals voted for Ian. after a string of doing absolutely nothing. Boy, how are you looking at? You see, the thing is, I think a number of individuals are greedy. I think that is a problem in Dominica. A lot of people are looking to see what they can get, not what the community can get. Not what the community will benefit from. Is me. So if I get my $500, if I get my $300, I don't care about all you. But they realize they're affecting their own selves. When the economy drops with it, with the $300 and $500, all you still going to drop with the economy. Humans don't seem to understand that at all. It's interesting. But of course, I do agree. Individuals should rally behind Dr. Thompson Fontaine. I was listening to Dr. Thompson Fontaine speak, man. And where myself, I say, well, there's no hope in Dominica at all. Because I know if Skerritt brings his own electoral reform into parliament and he passes it, Quapo smoke Dominica. Boy, Dominica will be smoking Quapo. We not Quapo smoke your pipe there. You will be smoking Quapo. Quapo will be smoking you. Instead, brothers and sisters, we have to rise up. Wisen up. People think, my God. Oh. And it's not just thinking. You have to have the ability to critically think. That of which is lacking so greatly in the nation of the Caribbean. People don't agree with me. Brothers and sisters, one of the things I always go wrong, I talk to people who, sometimes people come and talk to me, especially liberates come and talk to me, blah, blah, blah. And they tell me about Mr. Licks, I agree with everything you say in me. Mr. Licks, everything you say. I say, boy, I didn't see that way. But I agree with you, you know, boy. What you're saying, sometimes they won't understand and they'll come and ask me questions and blah, blah, blah. Right? And then later they'll understand. Sometimes they might play hardball and what have you, brothers. You can't play hardball with me. I know what I say. I know what I say, no. I know what I say. All right, then. And I know it coming up from. So it's not me just, I might act as if, you know, because it's a reaction. I might think because I challenging people on the basis of certain things that I'm saying. But I know what I say, you know, brothers. I just know what I say. Oh, of course, it's very strong. But when they meet me, brothers and sisters, they try to play hardball from time to time. And they ask me questions and I answer in them and I put in back certain questions and then I'll make them think. And they will agree with me. They would agree with me, brothers and sisters. And they will still tell me, boy, Mr. Licks, boy, born labor right, that is YB. You see, it's not allegiance to the country, it's allegiance to the party. When you have allegiance to parties, just like when you have allegiance to somebody that whooping your backside. You have allegiance to that person whooping your backside, hoping that they will change, but you have a track record. Sometimes you reach to the point where the person that whooping your backside doesn't even tell you sorry anymore. Just accept it, brothers and sisters. That's Dominica. Dominica is in an abusive relationship with the government. That is what Dominica is, in an abusive relationship with the government. Boy. Anyways, guys, what are your thoughts, man? Leave your thoughts in the comment box. I already go too long on this. Is not a podcast, but I like to talk, so you know it is already. Anyways, brothers and sisters, let me know your thoughts, man. Let me know your thoughts in that regard. Should people rally behind Dr. Thompson Fontaine? Do you think they should rally behind Lennox Linton? Where exactly should the people rally behind? I mean, that's a given, but it's just a question to ask people, brothers and sisters. What are your thoughts, man? And of course, give a thumbs up to the individuals, the Dominica team, the Dominica football team. They did well, from my understanding. And to the swimmer who has been beating the people in the Swiss. Big up yourself, Mr. Lawrence, right there, Warren Lawrence. Big up yourself in that regard. Brothers and sisters, what are your thoughts, man? Big up to the Dominicans as well on the Western. Dominicans doing well over. Man, Dominicans, man. And then in Dominica. it's something else, Dominicans doing well outside. Doing well outside. Despite the odds, my God. Despite the odds. Look at Dominica in Dominica doing their thing to at least bring Jamaica 2-3. Jamaica winning, but you know they scored 2 goals. And they keep Jamaica under 6. That was my wish. Thank you for fulfilling my wish. But then in Dominica, when you're dealing with the Dominican Massive, the government, boy, guys, there's so much I can say, but it's up to the people at the end of the day. Anyways, about mistakes once again, guys. Be real. Be positive.